For my review, I decided to look at Magic School AI. Some pros and cons of creating a free account I found out really quickly when I was trying to answer the questions for the assignment. A pro is they don't ask for any credit card information or banking information, so I appreciated that. However, you are automatically signed up for a 30-day free trial of the Plus version. So if you're trying to review it based on what options are available on the free version, then this puts the onus on you to do some research to figure out which figures will not be available after the free trial ends. Some pros of using Magic School AI. It's a great time saver for teachers. You can use it to help make lesson plans and assessments. By not having to do so many of these things yourself, it frees you up to do more planning for engaging activities for students and ways to differentiate. There is also a student-facing version, so you can have your students use this and help teach the ethical use of AI. It is a suite of, at this time, over 80 tools, and they are designed specifically for educators. And for the privacy, since it has to do with education, it adheres to requirements and responsibilities of FERPA, COPA, which is Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act, the SOC2, and GDPR, which is General Data Protection Regulation, and it says also to relevant state student data privacy laws. Some cons is an initial learning curve because there are so many tools. If you're like me, I tried to dive into more of them than I probably should the first time. The other con is the limitations of the free version. So a lot of the features are not available in the free version. They do have a plus version, which is $8.33 a month or $99.99 a year. The limitations are there is a chatbot built into Magic School AI called Raina, and on the free version, she is limited to only being able to do the translate feature. So a lot of the regular chatbot features that she would have are not available in the free version. The free version also doesn't have one-click exports to Google and Microsoft or integration with LMS. So basically it only has a copy feature. So you're probably going to spend some time once you copy things over reformatting. And it has a limited output history, and that means that every time you generate something from one of the tools that you make, the free version is only going to store the last 5. There are a lot of ways I can see myself using this, even the free version. I've already started to make some changes in my classroom, trying to make things more engaging for the students. And after some courses that I've been taking, I'm also looking in the future to make them more equitable and accessible. And it has a lot of tools that allow you to work on that stuff, and it's all encompassed in this one program. Some of the things that I tried out, one of the tools is real world connections. I know one that I always struggle with when I'm teaching is to give a real world connection or reason that they need to learn it is for absolute value. So I put that in and it did come up with some ideas that I will look more into for teaching in my next semester. Another is a worksheet generator. I didn't spend a lot of time on this one, but I did like that it came up with a worksheet that didn't have just one type of question. Some of them were open-ended, some of them required critical analysis, and some were just choosing the right answer. Another is the Jeopardy review game. A long time ago, in my beginning algebra courses, I used to do a Jeopardy review game with my students just on the computer, and they always seemed to really enjoy it. So anymore, it seems like we never have time. So with that feature, I think I might try to put it back in. Another tool is Make It Relevant. And for this one, really all I entered into it was that my students were college freshmen in South Carolina, and I asked for it to come up with activities about linear equations that would be relevant, and it came up with analyzing traffic patterns and housing market trends, which I thought was pretty interesting, and I think I will play around more with the prompts and see what I can get out of that will maybe some of my students will find engaging. The assignment scaffolder, I'm pretty excited about that one because a lot of the students I get are pretty jaded about math, and I think that would be something that I could make available to them if they were having trouble and wanted another resource. Then this gives me a way to create something for them that they can have easy access to, but won't take a lot of time for me to work on. And another was project-based learning. And I asked that one to create an activity for maximizing ticket sales. And I really like the output from this one. It gave real world and open-ended ideas, and it included allowing students to have the choice to pick their own type of event. And I think that will help the students be more engaged and make it more culturally relevant.